I had to review this PSLV fund. This is right off of Sprott's site. Public information says the premium on the PSLV as of April 19, 2012, today, Thursday, or maybe it's Friday now, is 5%. Is under 5%, and it hasn't been under 5% too many times. So, I'm almost thinking about buying this thing again pretty soon. I am. I'm going to get this damn thing again pretty soon. Because I think the premium is going to go to 25, 30%, especially with all the marketing hype out there about end of the world and silver's the greatest investment that ever will come along in the last 3,000 years and all this type of stuff. And you're going to get rich quick. I'm just being facetious, but, everybody's pushing this stuff. I think silver's a good investment, but there's a lot of garbage going on there as far as the talk, and God, I shouldn't even say anything. I'm a lot of times I think to myself, I get mad. I want to come on YouTube and say my 2 cents because I'm realizing some people I don't like what they're saying, but they can say what the hell they want. It's free world, right? But I don't think I should alert too many people what's going on. But, obviously, people don't listen anyway. So, it ain't going to matter, I call a lot of these guys, the silver clowns, whatever you want to call them, because they're really pumping this stuff up beyond what it should be, really. I know about the fundamentals. I also know about a lot of other things. When something goes too high, there's demand destruction. But I think silver's going to do damn good because they're going to panic the crap out of the middle class and they're going to go flying into it and you're going to drive it way the hell up. It's, well, it depends on who the heck, some people see what I'm saying. And yeah, everybody is playing the game. They want to sell at the right time. So obviously I guess you can't warn too many people. You got to be like the clowns, right? You got to just say, yeah, it's going up. Silver's great. Just sell, when you think it's really at the high and don't tell anybody, right? Anyway, there's this one article. Now, you notice the premium's below 5% on the PSLV. And this is an article from a couple days ago from Bob Moriarty. It was on 321gold.com. I just want to highlight this article because I think he makes a very valid common sense point here. Kind of some stuff I was thinking, or it dawned on me after the fact. The Sprott fund will signal the silver bottom. In other words, the premium. Right now, the premium's below 5%, so that's kind of telling you silver may be getting near the bottom. And I know I said before I thought maybe it might go to $24 because the Fibonacci from 850 to 4750, 850 in 2008 low to 4750, if you're looking at the 61.8 retracement, that's roughly 24. And I have a lot of faith in that Fibonacci, but I don't know. I think there's just too damn much buying pressure going on unless something happens catastrophic here pretty soon. I really don't know. Now, I'm not going to buy on leverage unless, I'm still holding cash. That's the fear, too. How long do you want to hold the cash? Are you going to miss the boat? Is the bottom here? It's the big guess, right? It's the guess. That's the game everybody's playing. Now, I wouldn't be too fearful of going into PSLV with a premium below 5%, especially if I think the spot price of silver is low enough. So I might be doing that pretty soon. And I'll probably hold on to cash, too, just in case. But, if silver pulled back to $24 or some insane number like that and did this nosedive, yeah, I would go in there and leverage. Then I would, because I think the direction has to be up, But anyway, this guy goes on in this article. I won't read part of it because I think it's, common sense, and people need to be warned. I shouldn't warn people because I don't have a big enough channel, so I'm not warning enough people anyway to move the market, so it don't matter. That's why I don't care about saying this stuff. And he goes on. This is Bob Moriarty. He goes on. He's been watching the Sprott Physical Silver Trust daily chart for over a year now gives a very strong signal for a top with the daily reading of 26% last April when silver topped April 2011. Cash silver, spot price if you want to buy an ounce was $46 an ounce, but some investors were buying at $57 an ounce because it's going to the moon, and all this kind of stuff. And the voices that were saying that, the ones I call clowns, But anyway, people don't want to hear that. But people don't want to hear that David Icke is a little screwy. And I got about as much flack on David Icke with his thinking his ex-wife might have been a reptilian as I got on the silver clowns. So I'm still calling them clowns. They're BS. I don't know. That's my opinion anyway. But anyway, it goes on. He goes on to say, needless to say, they are sadder and poorer today because they bought at the top because everybody was telling them it's going to the moon. And I kind of alluded to this thing that the middle class eventually are going to get set up, because I think when I hear people talking about silver's going to be worth more than gold, and who says that? Big Weir and people. I'll say the names. I don't care. I gotta be honest about this garbage. I'm not gonna play games with this crap because if I can't be honest, the hell would it, And I don't think silver's ever gonna be worth more than gold in a million years unless I don't know, there'd have to be something really changed, pretty much far more drastic than what's going on in today's situation. Anything's possible. I know. I mean, even at one time, if you go back in history, silver was worth more than platinum. A little tidbit out there. That's true. Silver at one point in time was actually worth more than platinum. How's that? But, I mean, in today's situation, you're talking over the next few years, silver's not going to be worth more than gold. But, that kind of line, what I see when people saying that, what I think they're doing, in my opinion anyway, is they're setting up the middle class. They're they need a lot of suckers to buy at the top so they can dump it. It's the oldest game in the book, and that's why I don't trust a lot of these guys that are pushing this silver stuff. I think you should buy some silver because the fiat money's going down, but just be careful, It's a good time to buy it now. It's probably not too bad, $30 or $31. And, maybe it could drop a lot further. But I'm not sure of the direction. So if I start going back into the silver and electronically, I'm not buying leverage because I'm not sure of the direction right now. It's pretty confusing because in my mind it's got to be going up because it's too damn low. But something could come up that could drive it down even further. And I don't want to be on leverage if that happens. The hell with that. But anyway, anything that gives you, he goes on to say, anything that gives you a clear picture of investor silver psychology can be used as a strong signal of when to buy or when to sell. With all the noise in the market of J.P. Morgan and the manipulation of silver, it's going to the moon, we're going to break J.P. Morgan. When you start hearing all this garbage, then the price is getting up, and the price is getting up there. You almost, that should get you a little nervous, That should get you a little nervous. So, but anyway, as of right now, silver's like for the PSLV, the premium is under 5%. It hasn't been 5% it's only been like 9 days. It's been under 5% since the fund existed when it started in October 29, 2010. So that means that, according to Bob here, I think he's being good with this. I mean, I don't call this guy a clown, all right? I think he's giving a good indication here. Silver's probably pretty close to a bottom. Although, I would not buy leverage because I'm not 100% sure it's on a bottom right now. And probably the PSLV is probably something pretty good to get into right now. Eric Sprott is going to drive this fund up. And I'll tell you something else about this fund. Eric Sprott is getting like the miners to buy this stock. So to help So they buy into silver with their proceeds of the money they get for the silver they sell, or whatever, to the market. I don't know. I think that's a bunch of garbage, to tell you the truth. I don't know why he's If I was a miner, I wouldn't be playing that game, but whatever. It's going to help the whole damn thing go up, in short. And so I really can't be too critical of Eric Sprott, because I'm in the silver game too, and I want to win. So if he pumps this garbage up a whole bunch, good. Just let me know when you're selling, Eric, so I can get the hell out of it. I don't want to be there holding the bag while you sold and I'm watching this crap go down again. That's not cool. But anyway, this is the Global X Silver Miners, and Global X Silver Miners is the blue line. SOV is the red line. And it's kind of a good indication of how the miners are doing. You notice they're lagging greatly behind the price of silver. And, here's the fund itself. Shows the top 10 holdings and a country breakdown. It's actually a very good indication to see what the silver miners are doing all across the world in all countries, because it has a very good cross section. And actually, even though they're doing, you figure they're not doing bad. I mean, consider from 2010, they're up like over 40%. It's still a big gain, right? But they're still lagging behind the price of silver. And sometimes that means that's a bad indication for the future, but I don't think so. I think probably the lagging behind is probably not going to last too much longer. I think this guy Eric Sprott knows what the hell he's doing. He bought miners for a reason. I think the miner is going to far outperform the price of silver, the actual commodity itself. I think he's going to make a slew of money, and he's going to know when to get out of the game. And, the other thing is, he's not necessarily going to tell people when he's getting out of the game, too. Now, should I be critical of that? No, not necessarily, because, but should I trust every damn thing the guy says on face value? No. And what I think, though, is that in the short term, and I'm talking about over the next year or two, the silver miners are going to probably do extremely well, and the price of silver is going to start going up a great deal. So I would not worry about, being caught up in some catastrophic final crash of silver, because I think the American dollar is going to survive for another year or two and all this kind of stuff. It's not going to totally be obliterated and all this type of stuff, where some people have this fear. That's why they're buying silver. They think the American money is going to go to nothing. It's not going to go to nothing. What's going to happen is the dollar is going to lose its world reserve currency status, and it's going to be greatly devalued, but it's not going to go to nothing. So that's one reason to have the silver. If I took a guess, and this is what I'm kind of expecting for this year, is great. And I don't want to say this because to be a cheerleader, and I think there's going to be a problem in Iran that's going to affect, that oil is going to go way the hell up. They're going to do QE because of the war. There's going to be a downgrade because you're going to bust the budget, and it's going to cause gold to go up. QE is going to cause all the commodities to go up. And I'm going to watch the ratio, like I stated many times, the silver to gold ratio. It starts getting near 30, or say it gets to 32. It might go to 28 or to 1, below to 30 to 1, before the next time it crashes. But I think silver might go to $80-something an ounce this year. That's what I think. And I think it's going to crash below 50 after that. So that's kind of like a sketchy call, but I'm kind of basing it on, I think gold is going to go to about $2,400 an ounce, and silver is going to go to about 30 to 1 ratio to gold, and probably a little bit below. And I think gold is going to go that high because they're going to downgrade the debt, and they're going to break the budgets again, And I think Israel is going to attack Iran because they're getting too antsy about the nuclear situation. And the United States is going to get involved, and that's going to cost a lot of money. And that's going to further put problems on the budgets. So all that uncertainty and all that stuff going on, tension in the Middle East, is going to contribute greatly to the price of gold, because oil and gold pretty much run together. Tensions and stuff like that in the Middle East drive up gold. QE is going to happen probably in a very big way. And I think there's other things that are behind the scenes with the banking system that are a hell of a lot worse than they're letting on. So even if we have a pullback that happens, maybe just in a few weeks or something more, we're probably going to go to the sky. We're probably going to go way the hell up on silver this year. Way the hell up. But I'm not listening to those people that told me, silver's going to 150, silver's going to $200. Because once, say, silver goes to $75 an ounce, or say it did that this year, they're going to be saying at least 100. They're going to say we got them on a run, and I'm watching that ratio. And I don't care about historically. It used to be 15-1. I think it's got a couple more years before it gets down that low again, and it's not going to stay there. But anyway, I don't know if I should say all this stuff on the net, because I'm thinking I should just keep my mouth shut and let people do what the hell they want. Because I shouldn't warn people. I shouldn't. But I don't know. It's not my character. But I don't think I'm not making a big enough influence on the market anyway. So it doesn't matter, But in my head, a lot of times I think I should not warn people at all. I think most people are going to get caught in a silver bubble at one point in time. And I know who those people are going to be? The middle class. So I don't know. I don't like saying stuff if people get pissed off, but I'm telling you, that's what it is. That's what's going to happen. So I'm a devil amongst devils, and I understand how they think. And I don't know. I'm a little too honest, though, but I'm blatantly. I'll stick the elite in the back too. So I'm not in the camp of the bad guys necessarily.